Good morning. This is Spirit Journey, and it's about 20 to 8 in the morning. I need to talk. I have something on my chest, and I feel like I'm like another phase, another milestone that I need to cross in this spirit journey that I'm doing. Well, I stayed up. I didn't really get any sleep, and I feel I need to go more within. And the reason for that, I've been on my device looking at videos. It's like I'm getting overloaded. And it's a weird feeling because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I enjoy watching videos. But at the same time, I feel like I'm getting a little antsy or that I need to watch more videos to have the same type of feeling or entertainment value. And I have to really analyze what's happening here. Now the fact that I go to sleep with my device on, playing in the background. I fall asleep. Sometimes I might turn it off. But why I'm doing this audio is because of what I was just watching. And it's part of it is necessary that I feel these feelings in order to break out of old patterns, you know? Now, what's happening is this. I was watching a video on Nigeria. They have a television news broadcast in Nigeria. And Nigeria is the largest country in Africa, and I think they mean population-wise. And in my genetics, I share with a lot of Nigerians, population and countries around it. So it kind of stands out to me when I see it. But, wow, I'm a little lost for words because sometimes the truth hurts. Well, what do you mean? Sometimes the truth hurts. What did you see? What's going on? And why is it affecting you the way it is? Well, those of you who have been following me for a couple of years now, I have challenges with regard to my identity as it pertains to race and nationality, things like that. And I would say like the past 5 years, 4 or 5 years, when this issue presented itself again due to the Trayvon Martin murder. Well, I call it murder. They said it was justifiable homicide, that self-defense, according to the jury for George Zimmerman, who had killed Trayvon Martin, a schoolboy. So part of me is very much interested in the black community in America, where I was born and raised. But I see a lot of things changing. And I think it's necessary. I may not like it, but it's, I think, necessary overall in my development and emotional well-being. Now, this program, this news coverage that I saw in Nigeria, it was something about these young boys in Lagos, Nigeria. One of the boys they interviewed was 20 years old. I didn't watch all of it. It was a small clip, but I didn't watch all of it because I think it was really disturbing me. He was only 20 years old, and he and a bunch of other boys have what they call a cult, C-U-L-T, a cult or club. And the boys said, well, the boys were arrested for gang rape. And I thought this was horrible. Because Nigeria, I'm thinking Nigeria, it's a black country. The largest black nation in the world, I think. I think next to Brazil. And again, many of us come genetically from Nigeria. We have connections there. And I think of Nigeria as something of a spiritual home for Black America. Even though a lot of Black America like to focus on Egypt, but I think genetically and culturally, Indian Americans, Nigeria is number one, because, genetically. When I saw what the boys looked like and that they would rape these girls, the boys said, well, we have a club, and they asked to join. But the news is saying, well, to join the club, you have to get raped. That's part of the initiation. I thought, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. I think part of me, and I think this is where my emotions are coming from, that in my heart, I want to believe that Nigeria is a special place, and that they know their identity, and that many of us may look up to a place like Nigeria for spiritual and heritage alignment. But to see they're no different than any other place or Black America, and that these boys would rape a girl, we just have an initiation. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Is the place surrounded by white people? We can't say it's whitey's fault, the white man. We can't say that. I mean, yes, it was a colony of Britain. But there's a responsibility. There's a personal responsibility that we have, where we cannot blame other people for our shortcomings. There's a personal responsibility for our behavior. I'm sure these boys have parents or people in the community like they used to say, I used to live in the West Indies, the island of St. Thomas, which is a part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I used to live there for about 3.5 years. And the people on the job that I worked at used to like coming visiting me in the room that I worked in and tell me things. And some things about the culture and how, like when they were younger, if you did something wrong, if your neighbor sees it, they would discipline you and then bring you to the parents, and their parents would discipline the child. So it was like everybody was responsible for each other. But that you can't do that now. So it's about the past and the romanticism of the past. And I guess I have the same feelings with a place like Nigeria, the romanticism of an African nation. And here, I'm sure they know their native tongue. They speak English. And they also can speak their native tongue or dialect. I looked how they were dressed. I'm not to judge about dress and everything. But I guess because I have a high expectation, that I would think, hey, a place like Nigeria, the people are very savvy, they're very intelligent. But their lifestyle of living is not the same here in the United States, at least where I'm from in New York City. And it's confusing to me, I guess, because I put it on the higher pedestal of conduct. So it disturbed me. And I think the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is there any place where there's true righteousness and an idealism of beauty, a utopia, that's something, that's what I'm looking for, a utopia where Black people live and everything. Here in the United States, so many of the Blacks here worship Egypt, ancient Egypt. And they name themselves after these ancient Egyptian gods. Not after they're Nigerians, even though genetically we come more directly from them. But it's confusing to me. And so I see that I'm not the only one that's seeking this ability to look up to someone, to admire. And maybe it's a type of worship, when you look at them and you get your inspiration. Yes, you should look at yourself and inspire yourself, but we're all interconnected, and we do encourage one another. So that was the initial thing. But prior to that video, there was another video. Another YouTuber, an American YouTuber, and she was mentioning about some of the Blacks from what they call the conscious community, and how we look up to someone. She was explaining that she had admired this one particular member of the Black consciousness community, and she feels that this person had been compromised. That I think she was implying that they might be a clone or something, that the person's essence, that part of the person that she had come to trust in, had changed. she had known this person for maybe 30 more years. But a lot of things happen in 30 years, but she admired this person, and now she went to an event where he was there, and she got greatly disappointed, angry. And that's when she started to elaborate about the other people in the consciousness community. And actually all the people that she talked about were all men. So I guess there's a sexual component to these people, especially when it pertains to women. That a lot of the speakers are male. And it's not a lot of, outside of singers, who, in the Black community is there for you for encouragement. It's mostly men. Like that's telling me that maybe women should go out there and present themselves as leaders in the consciousness community or whatever community. That's just a side note. But I think the message, what she was saying was valuable, that, we're putting our trust in people, and then that they can disappoint us. And so that's what's happening now. I'm looking for something and getting disappointed. And even myself, I've been on YouTube now for several years, at least 4 years, and people could easily say the same thing to me, about me. You might have started out one way and maybe you're turning into something else. I wouldn't want to feel that what I'm doing is harming anyone. This channel that I do, it's really about at least when I started it, is about my exploration of what life is to me and how I'm coping with trying to expand and better myself, etc. So I guess I'm letting you know also out there, those who have been following my videos or my audio diaries, that I'm human also. And there might be times maybe you may not agree with what I have to say or what I do. But I want you to feel that you have a choice, that I'm just one of many flavors out there. And just like in life, when you go to a restaurant to eat, you may always have gotten the pancakes, but as you get older, your taste changes. So I want you to know that it's okay for your taste buds to change, because you're growing also, just like me. And we never stop growing. And yes, you're going to watch things, especially Black America. We're looking for something outside of ourselves many times. And you're looking for acceptance, emotional support, but ultimately you have to stand your ground and look in the mirror and say, I accept you, person in the mirror. I accept you. And then in life, sometimes you walk, sometimes you trip, sometimes you fall, but you get back up and you keep on going. And that you can be your own hero. Nigeria is just one place. And it's good to know about what's happening in other countries. But I guess that old myth of ancient Africa and, and to romanticize it is a fantasy. So long it's a fantasy. And like any fairy tale or fantasy book, just know when you pick up that book that it's your personal fantasy and take it as such. And then you close the book and then you keep on going. But know that reality is within your own personal space of reality. And each one of us experiences that reality a little different. So I just felt it necessary to say this because I start to feel funny and feel like I need to be grounded. I'm so much looking at these videos. Again, I enjoy watching them, but now I'm starting to feel a little funny. It's like I'm looking for something, and it's like getting dead. It's like it's not there. It's like I already searched through the haystack, and I got out most of the coins that were hidden in it. So I almost feel like I have to look in another haystack. That's what I'm feeling like, and I think it's making me feel a little antsy. So I guess I'm asking myself, what should I do? I think I need to cut back on my watching videos. I want to still put up content, but I want to put up content when I feel a need to put something up. I think I need more personal time. So maybe I need to go out more, get into nature more. So to fill myself, maybe that's what it is. I need to get filled. And the best way to fill yourself, is to go out there in nature and get connected, get grounded. I think that's what's happening. I'm not feeling as grounded because so much information is coming in my head. Maybe to do more reading. So that's what I'm really feeling. I feel a little uncomfortable. And again, I didn't really get much sleep. And that would make anyone feel a little grumpy. So I just want to let you guys know that we're all in this game called life. And it's going to have its ups and downs. And that what you see in me, I also may be seeing in you. That we're all looking at each other and we're bouncing off each other. And sometimes it resonates well, and then sometimes it can be a little static. We're all on this journey. So I thank you for listening to this audio. And it's okay to change. It's okay for a little breather, a hiatus. You do what you need to do to grow. Just take care of yourself. I have to remind myself, take care of myself. Eat healthy foods. Get some fresh air. So, okay? So again, I thank you for listening and have a great, great day. Bye-bye.